Alien vs. Predator Requiem. First off, the strangest Christmas release I can think of, going all the way back to, well, 1987, Hellraiser 2, which came out just before Christmas, way back when. I don't know why this movie wasn't released in January or summertime. Maybe they wanted to push it for Oscar consideration, although I doubt that. But the movie did a number of things well, mostly things they didn't do very right at all. The humans in the movie, all B-list actors, if even that. No one recognizable. Most are from guest starring roles in TV shows. And then again, they're asked to do pretty much ridiculous things. I don't think a good actor would have elevated it up any better. The motivation, they try to imply back some past histories, things with, people in and out of trouble, jail, past relationships, but none of it works. You don't care for any of it. I kind of wish they put actually more time into the Predator, because the Predator, we actually get a moment of him grieving over one of the Predators killed at the end of the last AVP film. I'm not quite sure if it's a son, a friend, but it looked like there might have been actually something interesting going on there, and the fact that he was hunting a Predator alien as opposed to regular alien probably set off some sort of internal alarms over that's a real dangerous thing to have running around in any planet. They still messed up a lot of the alien and predator type of motivations. The alien motivation has always been to propagate the species, and logically all the previous films did just that. This film has scenes where after the aliens have kind of lost all the eggs and facehuggers have gone, there's two aliens left, and you basically have them kind of randomly picking off people in homes and stuff just for shock effect, like in a bad horror film. The Predator, who's, is a little better, and this is a true Predator, the best hunter warrior we've seen yet. I mean, he's very skilled, different weapons, better skills. At one point, he does a very dishonorable killing, invisible, which they're never supposed to do, and he actually stops to take the skull and spinal cord as a trophy, which was ridiculous because he was hunting down the aliens at the time, and this was just to kind of remind us of the first film, how the Predators did that, I suppose, but I was very disappointed I saw that early in the film, but later it cleared itself a little later. The action scenes of the movie are actually very good. Seem to have very little CGI, mostly puppet work, although I'm not sure. But it was impressive, and you saw some very neat things we haven't seen before. Nothing was fantastic, but a lot of stuff above average. I also want to talk about how gruesome the film was. That was a big complaint to the last AVP, which was PG-13. This one's very violent. You see a small child get a facehugger planted on him early on, just after seeing his father's arm burned off from acid. It's impressive that they actually went this gruesome of a route. You actually see a lot of starring characters you've been following killed, some by accident. It's very refreshing to see a horror movie where you don't have the survivors all obvious and picked out in the very beginning of the film. Another very gruesome scene is where you see some unborn infants actually killed by, or transformed into a half dozen alien babies. A lot of people are talking about that scene, but it actually kind of makes sense, as gruesome as it is. Kind of had a Japanese anime hentai feel to me, just kind of the way how it's done. If you see it, you'll know what I mean. Overall, I'm going to give the movie 3 stars. I should probably give it 2, but it was entertaining. It did a lot of things right, and I've always loved the culture, the idea, the mythology behind both of the species. So I give it some credit. 3 stars, AVP.